So this was just a little something. I decided to record it. I have been taking screenshots to gather images because I am working on making my SnarkySifu, going from the Kuan Yin sloth, which was, the latest upgrade, to coming up with a character of me. And Tank Girl characters I've always been a fan of. And so I was, just taking some screenshots and adding little hashtags, and like this one, if I took a screenshot, it's like snarky girl, and then like the other one was Kuan Yin as a, because like way back there was, I'm like, oh, that could be Kuan Yin. Like it was first it was like a black woman in the 70s, and then it was Booger, and then I saw this person right here. This person. Hey, look, I'll use one of my little tricks. Right there. And it was like, oh, Kuan Yin as a, which I didn't go beyond that because I just wanted to be able to use that hashtag when I found a Kuan Yin form. And then it was basically like, this is what started at this scene right here. And then one of my, instant lightning bolt thoughts about, just religion, nudity, the history of what religion has done, the negative aspects of it, because to me, I'm about spirituality, not religion. And along those lines, though, I am not a good enough artist by any means, and I wouldn't, well, I'm not going to finish that sentence because I might actually enjoy it, but I had the idea a long time ago, like before, graphic novels were what they are in the like mainstream, and had the idea to do a comic or graphic novel version of the Bible, but the Bible how I think it should be rewritten. And so that's been one of my ideas for a really long time. And so, but obviously I don't have the art skills to take on a project like that, and I would much rather and not that I would much rather, but I think my role in that would be as the not author, maybe co-author, co-creator, taking everything that I have learned, like Kuan Yin, in many forms, including this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And if you could see me, it would be this one, because separate but we're all the same source. So, once again, this recording was not planned, but what sparked it was, it started here. Well, it started way back with the comic Bible, and then it just now was my gathering reference image to update and more personalize my SnarkySifu character to represent, me more than just, Kuan Yin and the PTB, but, my person in all of that. And, so, but then I saw, this, which is what I was like, oh, ha, 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 ha. Because it was like, first I was like, oh, yeah, Kuan Yin. Like, no offense. And she's like, none taken. But then flash of my eye, I was like, I thought I saw, like, magic. Like, as I was, like, flicking. And then I came back and read this. And, found that interesting and, worthy of grabbing my little screen recorder, which the app wasn't on my phone because hacker drama and reinstalling and starting my tablet and all of my devices over, which, is one of the factors that has nothing to do with it because, I don't know how deep that person got, but when I was, transferring web hosts, I got a blacklist message that, my website, my domain, was flagged for phishing and just, being a scammy thing, which pissed me off. My whole experience with GoDaddy was a fucking nightmare. But, I'm just trying to keep moving forward and, part of that is, going with the flow. And, when I was illustrating the children's book, Home for Nathan, for Claudia and I can't think of it right now. Whoopsie. The Animal Foundation, Snyder Foundation. It was at the infancy of accessible art programs, and you certainly couldn't do this on this screen. Is huge. It's I don't know how many inches, but it is really big. Like, I had a big fat phone, my Note, for the purpose of being able to use it for creative stuff. But, when I was illustrating that book, the screen I was working on was, about this big. It's like actual usable surface area. Maybe not even that big, maybe like that. It was just... but so I was very confined by my usable space, not to mention the fact that the one thing I had never drawn was animals. So I had a lot working against me, but I, ended up working on it for a while, and then starting over completely because I was stifled by the limitations of all of that, and wanted to do the best job that I could do, and I just couldn't stand what I was doing. It was very like stiff, and as you can see, that's not how, even when I'm not like trying to do something, which is kind of the point, is that I felt like I was trying to draw and not drawing. And I'm, when I paint, when I do any kind of art, this is my flow. When I'm not thinking about, the outcome, kind of like these videos, because maybe the beauty of it is that, I don't plan on them. Usually it's like, oh, I just wanted to, note to self, or, note to potential future audience once I get all of my logistical shit taken care of. Just about how things work, how I receive information, sort of my back and forth with the PTB, aka the universe, aka G-O-D. But usually I'm more of that one. But that was sort of a necessary, or well, I guess it wasn't necessary, but I felt it was a necessary distinction because, for a number of reasons. But, so the point of this was just, I'm doing my thing here at the witching hour, so now it's 5 a.m. and, working on getting some reference character that feel like me, which turns out I was like, as much as I may have wanted to be ish tank girl, when I discovered the comics, in trying to sort of see in this group who I most resonate with, it turns out that yes, there's definitely tank girl in me, but I try to reserve her for, like, don't fuck with my kid, that kind of thing, not for teaching and trying to make myself, someone that people would feel comfortable, just like, they do already in normal in-person life. People open up to me and they can tell I'm, kind and wise and all of that. And although you might not think it, which is kind of the point, and I found it funny, is that out of all these kids, Barney, which that's like a funnier thing for like Laguna people who may hear this, or just, surfer kids and whatnot, that are in my age group, which right now I'm 51. That will change here in June, but Barney, is not like, you don't want to be a Barney, I guess. Skaters and surfers, and, it's probably still true in that community. in 2023 or whatever it is, as it was in the, 80s. But, yeah, turns out that Barney and I resonate more than Tank Girl and I do. But, unless you bring it out of me. So, yeah. That's all I have to say on this for now. And maybe I'll go ahead and throw this up. But I've been trying to get my website all crack-a-lackin' and, figuring out how I want to put stuff on there. But, yeah, I think I will go ahead and throw this up on YouTube. And, but this, I never got to that point, is, they try to make you think it's all normal, all boring, but it isn't. It's magic. It's all magic. Everything is magic, and everything is source. Even Donald dipshit Trump and, all of those people. So, yeah. And like why I use a little g, because, the crowd, the average crowd, although I don't like to make any sort of generalizations, or assumptions. The, Bible thumping Christian crowd would take offense to me saying that everyone listening to these words is God and, divine and all of that. A co-creator of the universe, of reality, by having this interaction with me, whenever that might be. We are co-creating a moment together. This moment, as I, do this and everything that led me to this point. And, yeah. It's her. Oh, I haven't even read this one yet. That's the funny thing, is I was trying to not read as I was taking screenshots, but it's probably going to be Tank Girl, since, that's not her, and this throne is meant for one of these folks, and it's a she. Maybe it's me. Alright, take it easy. Namaste, fuckers. Peace. Whoop. This is the Legend of Tank Girl.